The school committee reviews Superintendent Dr. Mary Schakowsky, and the Barnstable Community Horace Mann Charter School wants to renew its charter. Details on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Thursday, August 8th, 2013. I'm Sarah Mannel. The school committee conducted Dr. Mary Schakowsky's performance review at last night's school committee meeting. Overall, Chair Margot Weber said Dr. Schakowsky earned high marks. We will take a listen now to part of the review.
We're supposed to provide comments for anything that's exemplary, and the areas that Dr. Schakowsky was deemed to be exemplary were in community outreach and family engagement. I think that we can all agree that her efforts in that area have been extraordinary and outstanding, not just with our families, but with civic organizations and government entities. And just, she's out in the community, a palpable presence, and also approachable. I think parents and staff as well know that her door is open, and nobody hesitates coming to her directly with an issue. She also reacts quickly, deals with problems directly, and that's why was exemplary in this area. The other areas where she got exemplary comments were in management and operations, especially in terms of the NISL program, advancing the professional learning community in our district. That was one of the areas that she absolutely exceeded her own goals that she set for herself. And I would also make mention of her work with CPAC, which has really, from what I can see, is turning that program around in it's a very important program, a very important part of our district that I think has not, it's been dysfunctional for so long. I don't know that I can say that it's fully functional yet, but it's certainly on the way. I personally would add something that was not either a goal of Dr. Schakowsky's or on the evaluation sheet was the area of student safety. I think she needs to be commended for this year, facing just the outburst of effort in that area after the Connecticut shootings and various other mass shootings in this country, to have Barnstable in a position where we were able to participate in the tabletop drill with all of the government agencies, and that then put us in position to be one of two districts chosen in the state of Massachusetts. That was not, you were not able to comment on that at all in the official evaluation form, but I thought it was important enough to just mention tonight.
Also during last night's school committee meeting, the Barnstable Community Horace Mann Charter School is beginning the process of renewing its charter. Parents, students, and teachers spoke out in favor of the renewal, including Patty Horrigan, a Marston's Mills resident and teacher.
And I'm going to speak right from the heart as a teacher and what working in the charter school has done for me professionally. I have been in education for 30 years, 23 of them in the town of Barnstable. I started at Marston's Mills East, and I was there when we were asked if we would like to become a charter. We were given the opportunity and told, create your dream school. Where would you like to teach? What would it look like? What would it sound like? What would it feel like? You never get asked that when you're a teacher. Never. We had this golden opportunity. And we all did that, and we made it come to life. It came true. And it's still holding true today. And every time we renew and every time we go through our governance process of taking stock and coming together as an entire school community and looking at the state of the school and what are our successes and what are our challenges and where do we want to go from here, we're asked that again. What's your dream school? The parents are asked the same question. How can we make this real? How can we make this come true? And it's just so energizing. When we were first asked that, I was 20 years in to teaching when so many of my colleagues were feeling burnt out and tired of hearing of MCAS and changing curriculum and testing. And I was like, our school is awesome. We're doing such great things. And as a teacher and as a professional and 23 years in the town of Barnstable in kindergarten, it's my calling, it's my passion. And I love it. And I love my job, and I love my school, and I love my class and our new community. And it's my calling.
Later in the meeting, the school committee had an opportunity to ask staff any questions. During that time, Dr. Schakowsky encouraged staff members to share best practices when it comes to achievement.
I think public education, the response to charter schools was, for public schools, within schools, to develop what they call innovation schools. I look at something similar, okay? Although innovation schools don't have a separate board of trustees and a governance model as the Horace Mann charter schools do. But I think, whatever choice is made, I think it's important, and I think it's the mission of Horace Mann charters, as well as innovation, is to share best practices. That's the point, is if you're going to have competition, how do you share those practices, okay, with other schools? So what I would love to see, because I don't think it's happening, okay, I don't think it exists in Barnstable. And maybe, I don't know if it does in the other 9 Horace Mann charter schools across the state, but the point is to share ASP, your ASP model, to share some of the initiatives that as a charter school you believe are innovative, creative, and it's helping students and families to achieve. But I don't see that happening in the district around sharing best practices. And I challenge you to do that, because I think that's critical to growth, not only of a Horace Mann, but of our other elementary schools as well. So, I don't know what that looks like and how that would happen, but I think that's important. I really do. I think the state has put limits on with policies that they've set forth. One in particular, as your needs are increasing around ELL, free and reduced lunch, you may be having to look to develop some district programs. And I don't want to say district programs because you can't accept a district program, but programs within your school to be able to deal with these challenging students, because that's happening more and more, and I think you're finding that. And I think there's a frustration level among some teachers that, what do we do with these kids? The needs behaviorally, socially, academically. We have no program for them. So I think that's something that I think really needs to be looked at.
The school committee will vote on whether or not to review the charter at its next meeting on September 18th at 7 in the Town Hall hearing room. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.